Test Fractions, Unit 2, Factors, Multiples, and Additive Subtracting Fractions. On the Green Test Correction sheet, please rework each problem you missed and note what you did wrong in the space beside it. Have your parents sign the green paper and return it and your test to me tomorrow. Thank you. Question number 1. Paulina has 54 stickers and 36 pencils she wants to put in bags. All the bags will have an equal number of stickers. All the bags will have an equal number of pencils. What is the greatest number of bags she can make and have no stickers or pencils left over? So because it says that she has the greatest number and we're splitting up what she has, I know it's a GCF problem. So to GCF, I put the two numbers in a row. I know that 9 goes into 54 and 36. So 9 times 6 is 54, 9 times 4 is 36. But then when I look here, I know that 2 will also go into 6 and 4, so I have to put a 2 here. So 6 divided by 2 leaves me at 3, 4 divided by 2 leaves me at 2. So I'm done. So my answer is here. And remember, because it's greatest common factor, I'm going to be multiplying these. So 9 times 2 is 18. So she can make 18 bags. If I had asked what could go in each bag, that would have been 3 stickers and 2 pencils. Question 2. Caitlin has 8 notes of a pound of candy in her room after Halloween. Since she's such a nice friend, she writes out half a pound to give to her friend. How much of a pound will Caitlin have for herself? So I only know the leftover part, which means I'm going to be subtracting. So 8 notes minus a half. When I add or subtract fractions, I have to have a common denominator. So I think about my multiples of 9. 9, 18, 27. Since 2 will not divide into 9, but 2 will divide into 18, 18 is my common denominator. So now when I look here, and I say 2 times what is 18, well that's times 9. And then I multiply my numerator times 9, I get 9. 9 times what is 18, well that's 2. And then I multiply my numerator by 2, and that gives me 16. I will be subtracting because it's asking how much of the candy will she have left over. So 16 minus 9 is 7 eighteenths. Caitlin will have 7 eighteenths of a pound of candy. Question number 2. Jane is making pancakes with 3/4 of a cup of butter flour and 2/3 of a cup of whole wheat flour. How many total cups of flour in this recipe? Total means I'm going to be adding. So 3/4 plus 2/3. Need to find a common denominator when I add. 4, 8, 12. 3, no. 4, 3, no. 3, yes. So 3 goes into 12. 4 times. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. So I have 9 twelfths. So now I'm going to add 9 twelfths plus 8 twelfths. That is 17 twelfths. If I wanted to change that to a mixed number, I would divide 12 into 17. That goes once. With 5 left over. The other answer is 1 and 5 twelfths. Question number 4. What is the least common multiple of 12, 9, and 6? So I count by 12s. 12, 24, 36. And then check with my next number. Does 9 divide into 12? No. Does 9 divide into 24? No. Does 9 divide into 36? Yes. Does 6 divide into 36? Yes. That's my answer. Next choice, which answer below does not equal 54 times 18? So 18 times 3 plus 1. 18 times 3 is 54. 18 times 1 is 18. So that does equal it. 9 times 6 plus 3. So on this question, you need to make sure you're showing your math on this. So that's 54. That's 27. 9 times the sum of 6 and 2. 9 times 6. 9 times 2. 3 times the sum of 18 and 6. 3 times 18. And that. So that's the answer is which does not. It is this one, 54 plus 27, choice B. The elementary school lunch menu repeats every 12 days, and the middle school menu repeats every 9 days. Both schools are serving chicken a day. In how many days will they both serve chicken? So I want to know when something's happening again at the same time. So that's an LCM question. So I list my multiples of 12. 9 divided by 12? No. 9 divided by 20. 24 divided by 9? No. 36 divided by 9? Yes. So 36 days. This question we talked about in class is a GCF question. So I'm going to put 90 and 75 in my L. And because this one ends with a 5 and this one ends with 0 and 5, I'm going to divide by 5. 90 divided by 5 is 18. 70 divided by 5 is 15. Then 18 adds up to 9 and 15 adds up to 6, which means that I can divide 3 into both of these. 3 goes into 18 6 times. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 6 and 5 have no common factors. So my answer is $15 a ticket. And then this is the girls, this is the boys. So they can take 6 girls and 5 boys. Next question, which expression is the same value as the sum of 9 and 5? Well, I know that that equals 14. 14 times 5, that equals 70. So that's 24. No. That's 70. Yes. That's 50. No. And that's 40 plus 25. So that's 65. So that's no. So the answer choice is B. Next one, if the first baseball game of the season, every 6th person who receives a park receives a coupon, every 10th person who receives a coupon. This is an LCM question. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, and we've got 6. 6 goes, no, no, yes, right there. 6 times 5 is 30. So the 30th person is going to receive both. First 10 prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Prime numbers have exactly 2 factors, 1 themselves, 1 themselves. Alright, adding this one. I've got 2 3 8s plus 5 and 5 6. So if I make this into an improper fraction, it's 19 eighths plus 35 sixths. Common denominator is 24. So this would be times 3, that's 57. This would be times 4, that's 140. So the answer is 187 24ths, which is equivalent to 8 and 5 24ths. Next one, the greatest common factor of 36 and 48. Put it in now and divide that by 3, which gives me 12 and 16. Divide that by 4, which gives me 3 and 4. So the GCF is 12. Prime factorization is 72. 72 I know is 8 times 9. Neither of these is prime, so I keep going. 2 times 4, 3 times 3. Both of these are prime, as is this. Take apart 2, 4 over 2 times 2. So it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Or 2 to the 3rd power times 3 to the 2nd power. When it asks for prime factorization, only numbers in the problem have to be prime. Okay, next one. GCF is 12. When I do GCF, that means the number out here has to be 12. So that's a no on that one. 6 and 12. No. So it does go in here, but so does 2. That gives me 1 and 2, so that's a no. So these first 3 are no's. 96 and 60, divide by 12, that gives me 3 and 5, so that's why that one works. 48 and 72, divide by 12, gives me 4 and 6, so I can divide this by a 2 still. So that will give me 2 and 3, so this one's 24, so that's why that one does not work. And then 84 and 96 divided by 12. That gives me 7 and 8. So that's why that one does work. So make sure for this question you have all of the choices written down. Next one, all the ones that work that are the least common multiple of 18. Remember when you do LCM, you can write out the multiples. So if I'm looking at 6 and 12, I'm going to do 12, 24. So the least common multiple of these guys is 12. For this one, I've got 3 and 6, and then those are 6, 12. 3 goes into 6, so the least common multiple of that is 6. 9, 18, 27. No, yes, so that's why that one does work. 18 and 36. Oops, start with 36, 36, 72. 18 going to 36, yes, so that's why that one does not work. 54, 108. 36 going to 54, no. 36 going to 108, yes, that's why that one does not work. 6 and 9, 9, 18, 27, 6 going to 9, no, 6 going to 18, yes. Tanner works at the flower shop. She has 16 pink roses, 20 white roses. She wants to put them on into vases. Each vase must contain the same amount. So 16 and 20 can both be divided by 4. Gives me 4 and 5. These don't have anything but 1 in common. So Tanner can make 4 vases with 4 pink and 5 white in each one. And then the final question, no, 2 more. Arbor has 32 apples and 24 oranges. Each one must hold the same number of apples. Remember that was the one where we had 8 and oranges. I can divide these by 2, get 16 and 12. I can divide those both by 4, which gives me 4 and 3. He can make 8 baskets. And then the last question, 6 and 1/3. So that's 19 over 3, and 18 plus 1 more, plus 5 more is 23 over 9. Common denominator is going to be 9 times 3 times 3. It's 57. That's 23 because it's times 1 times 1. 57 minus 23, leaves me with 7, 37. So I have 37 ninths, which is, 37, 34 ninths, 34 ninths. Divide 9 into 34. That gives me 3, 27, and 7 ninths.